Wait a minute, just, oh.
Hi, my name is Hayley Blackburn, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why smaller classrooms are better than bigger classrooms. Education is one of the most important things in a person's life, so the student should be in a setting where they are getting the most resources so that they succeed. Students will get full attention from the teachers, it's less chaotic, and they're able to engage more when they are in a smaller classroom setting. Amy White, president of Association of Texas Professional Educators, states that, ask any teacher, we all prefer smaller classrooms. Today I'll be talking to you about 4 different main points on why smaller classrooms are better than bigger classrooms. The first point is the one-on-one time you get with your teacher. The second point is students can't hide. The third point is it's easier on the teachers. And the fourth point is different grades require different attention. The first point I'm going to talk to you about today is the one-on-one time with the teacher. If a teacher is put in a situation where they have 30 students, then it's going to be a lot harder for them to be able to show each student their full attention. When you would have a classroom full of 15 or 20 students, the teacher is able to be with every student almost the same amount of time, maybe more for students that need it more. They also are able to make the students feel like the teachers care more since they're showing more attention into their success throughout school. And this is one of the very important reasons why smaller classrooms are better. The second thing I'm going to be talking to you about is students hiding. And I say students hiding because when you have a class situation where you're in a project with a group or another individual, it's sometimes very hard for a certain student to be able to stand in front of a classroom of 30 to 40 people and show their work, and they might have done really well in it, but being in that situation makes it very uncomfortable. So being in a smaller classroom situation, it makes it better because it's less overwhelming for the student. It makes their performance become better. And in an article from Board Teachers, they state, in a 30-student classroom, it becomes much easier for the quiet kids or the unmotivated kids to hide in a clique of friends or in the back of the classroom. So having the smaller classroom, teachers can focus on making sure that each student is participating the right amount of time, and this turns out to be a huge advantage for smaller classrooms. The third thing I'm going to be talking about is how it's easier on the teacher. And it's easier on the teacher for a couple different reasons. One being when they're put in a group of 30 to 40 students, it's very overwhelming for them, it's stressful, and they have to try to maintain the whole classroom. And when you're in a situation with half that amount of students, it's easier because they don't have to wire everyone together. They can focus on just making the whole class better, and it makes the teacher happier and better at their job. And the fourth thing I'm going to be talking about is different grades require different amount of attention from teachers, and this depends on the age of the students. Now, if we're talking about elementary students, they're going to need more attention because their attention span is so much smaller than, say, someone my age or someone in high school. And the teachers are very important to the elementary kids at their age because they form a special bond, and seeing that someone older than them that they look up to helps them improve, which also benefits in the performance rate of the students. And in an article from CRC Health, it states that smaller classrooms help children receive individualized attention directly from students, which is particularly beneficial for kids with attention learning disabilities. Now, if you're talking about a college setting, college professors usually always have a bigger classroom, which means that they have to limit their time with each student. And in an article from the classroom, they state, smaller classes in college can help you make more friends, which is hard in college. If you have friends, then you automatically have people you can study with, and it's a lot less intimidating than being in a large classroom. Smaller classroom setting performance rate has been proven to be higher in a college setting than having a bigger classroom setting. And then another thing I'm going to talk about is the good and the bad side. Now, I just told you all the good things about it, but there's of course going to be a bad side of things. But I'm telling you this because I think that all the good things overweigh the bad things. And the bad thing is the cost. Now, when you have to provide more of something, it's going to cost more. So in this situation, you're going to have to hire more teachers. But in the end, you're having more teachers for more students so that the performance rate will continue to go up. So it benefits everyone in the end. And then I made this poster to show a few bullet points and a picture of each a smaller classroom and a bigger classroom. So the bullet points for the smaller classroom is they're less distracting, it gives a happier environment, and you get more one-on-one time. And the bad sides of bigger classrooms is it's more distracting, little to none one-on-one time, and students hide. Now, students, teachers, and our children deserve to have all the right resources to benefit themselves in the end, so we should all continue to fight to make smaller classrooms better. Thank you.
Hey. She needs to, wait, she needs to be